This is the 2021 Brewtubers Online Brewers Club Yeast Experiment number 1, Dropkavike Nate Pale Ale. Thank you to our sponsors, Imperial Yeast, 5 Star Chemicals, Beer and Wine Hobby Homebrew Supply Store, Brewing America, all stainless steel mash paddle sponsors. Also Hopsteiner and Yakima Chief Hops. Get brewing.
Alright guys, I am down to my final 2 reviews of Dropkavike Nate. So tonight it is Gary, main brew guy. Pretty cool label art here. The dropkick is brewery label, brewery icon there. So this is Dropkavike Nate, Brewtubers 2021 Yeast Experiment. Flavorful Pale Ale. It's got an OG of 1052 and a final gravity of 1007. Handcrafted in Naples, Florida. Tap Out Brewing. He canned on the 29th. This beer is part of the Brewtubers 2021 Yeast Experiment. A version of fermented with Citrus King from Maniacal Yeast, which is underpitched and fermented at 75 Fahrenheit. Brewed on the 2nd of April 2021. Fermented for 8 days. Dry hop for 7 days at 70 F. Kegged on the 17th of April. Carbonated for 7 days at serving pressure. So we still do have that same document that we're working through. So I'll just see Gary brews on a Herms electric 3-vessel system, mashed at 152, 5.3 pH. Pre-boil was 1045, 1053. Yep, 1052, 1053. Underpitched at 80, and then to bring down to a 75. The rest of the stuff is there. Should have done a starter. This yeast is stressed and it tastes like that. Unfortunately, this is notes there. Similar to mine. I had the same issue, so we'll see. Just a little crack on this. Get a little pour in her. So looking quite clear. Overall, won't put the whole thing in it. It's a smaller glass. Great carbonation. Wow, Gary, nice job with that. So real nice, great carbonation there. See if we can get it a little closer. Real nice carbonation, nice color on this. Very, very clear. Might be the clearest one. Closest to clearest one is probably right there on the, right there, about the same. I'm trying to think. I think Matt might have been a touch clearer than this, but this is pretty stinking clear. So real nice citrus right off the bat on the nose. Man, if you think this is stressed, I hate to see what you think of mine. So far, this has got a nice bright citrus character. Mine did not. Mine was quite muted. Very, very orange, grapefruit, citrus, rind. Right up front, pretty bright. Maybe not as bright as the Control or a few of them. I think Matt's had a little bit brighter as well. But very, very, very noticeable. Very, very nice citrus in your nose. So, all right, let's launch it. Got a nice hop bitterness there. Probably a little bit more hop bitterness than some of the other ones. And the citrus carries through. I don't know, Gary. I'm not really getting a lot of that stress character out of it. I'd be interested. Leave in the comments what exactly, when you say stress character, what are you getting out of it that you're noticing? I know you knocked yours quite a bit when we were talking on Discord and back and forth. I'm interested to see. I don't want to call it any off flavors or anything. Pretty bright in terms of the hops. They're not as bright, obviously, as the Control. But I'm not getting any medicinal types of notes. Sometimes people will talk about yeast being stressed. You get a medicinal or a Band-Aid type of. Sometimes you get that either a flavor or a nose. I'm not getting any of that on it. And if I was to knock it, I guess that would be the only thing I would knock it on is the hops maybe are not quite as bright as the other ones. Again, I knocked that on mine. Mine were quite muted overall. Maybe a little bit in the flavor. Maybe there's a little bit of, I don't know, maybe call it a sharpness to the bitterness. It's not a rounded bitterness. But man, I'm searching. It's a heck of a lot better beer than mine. So I like that. That's really good. I like the clarity of it. Nice. You had a 2-finger head at least, and this is hanging around. Still really nice bubbles streaming up from the bottom. Great carbonation. Great lacing on the side. Yeah, it's probably a little bit more bitter than some of the other beers, so maybe that's a yeast. A few of them I've had have been pretty more of a rounded bitterness, more subtle probably. This is probably front to middle of the palate, and then it kind of hangs around on your palate. It doesn't just kind of wash away. Man, I drink this without a problem, Gary. I think this is a really nice job. I know you said you weren't super happy with it, but again, throw it in the comments. I'd be interested to see what you had, Gary, in terms of what you get out of that stress flavor. So, all right, well, been real happy with these guys. Thanks again to Nate being the hub. I'll get Jerry's, maybe if I have a chance tonight, I'll get Jerry's done and be able to post these hopefully within the next couple of days and get them up and ready to go. So had a blast being part of this experiment. Got one more beer to go, and thanks a bunch. Gary, great job, sir. Sláinte.